Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all of sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. They've got LeBron James. Edwards is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Jokic in at the 5.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
I know we never see a lot of defense in these games, but tonight we're not seeing any.
Simply call it a free-for-all. I mean, you want the guys to have fun out there, but it would be nice to see some effort put into the defensive end of the floor.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
Now, MP. After the missed 3 from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Another miss by MP. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the West. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Edwards passes to Embiid. MP dishes to Embiid.
Clearly an MVP caliber talent now. Embiid continues to impress with his versatility on both ends. A man that big shouldn't be able to do the stuff that he does with the ball.
And Embiid drops them both.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Tom Thibodeau. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of the scouting report. Told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task. Guys?
Thank you, David. Edwards finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Wembanyama up top. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Pass to Jokic. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellent on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. MP kicks to Mitchell. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Here's Jokic. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. James wide open. Off target from outside. MP outside. Shot from 16. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Trains it from beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And Embiid is right there.
Embiid will eat you alive on the offensive boards. You've got to box that guy out.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the West. Outside for Wembanyama. No good on the triple. And here is the East now. Another miss by MP.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Embiid sets the pick for Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs.
And great awareness of the situation. Gilgeous-Alexander sensing the chance for the steal and just taking it straight up on the break.
Now, here's MP. He's got 7. Screen by Giannis. The 3 from MP. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
And typically a lot of shots go unchallenged in this game every year, especially early on, and that one, no exception.
Wagner against LeBron. And here's Jokic outside. And it's the East with the rebound. Embiid with the screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Jacks up a 3. MP, no good.
And I'm not sure he realizes there are 4 other guys on the floor with him, trying to make this a one-man show.
Yeah, he's got a little black hole going on there. If he gets it, then he's not giving it up to anybody else, and that's really not what this game is about.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. A big group substitution here for the Heat.
Light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Jason Tatum is out there with Antetokounmpo. And it's Young. Then there's Embiid. And it's MP in at the shooting guard position. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with. Curry fires from way outside. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd assist on the night. Edwards. Giannis passes to Tatum. And here's Edwards from the arc. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
MP looking solid from there.
Outside Irving. Sabonis' screen on Tatum. Irving misses. And the East has possession. Trailing by 2. MP kicks to Embiid. The 3 from Tatum. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The shot by Curry, no good. Here are the East All-Stars. Here comes MP. Giannis passes to MP. Tatum dishes to MP. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals and 13 tries.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Unloads from 13. It's hauled in by the East. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. The 3 from MP. A rebound by Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry on the wing. Antetokounmpo defending. The shot. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Outside, KD. From the arc. Steph, perfection from the arc.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
And that one's good. MP's got 23 points.
And that shows the skill level of MP. The pull-up is a tough shot to master.
Curry's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The 3 from MP. That shot, no good. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the West. Nobody near Irving. A 3-pointer is right on target. Irving's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for. And he is having an unbelievable game from three-point range. How long can he keep this up?
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Franz Wagner's checked in for Jason Tatum. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Trae Young. The West also making some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for Sabonis. James comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Edwards in for Kyrie Irving. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second. That's all it took.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Embiid sets the pick for Edwards. And he can't answer back the three-pointer offline. On offense, here are the West All-Stars. Out to Edwards. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Now it's a 5-point West All-Star lead. MP against Gilgeous-Alexander. MP outside. Launches a 3. West All-Stars with the rebound.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
Curry on the wing. Fires from deep. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
MP inside. Curry meets him. Edwards can't hit. Here's James. Nothing on the board. Here's Curry. Curry getting it done inside.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
Embiid the screen. Here's Edwards. Pass to Embiid. And that one, good. Embiid's got 6 points.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Curry looking around. Edwards with it. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound in this one.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Edwards. LeBron outside. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Great tee that time from Giannis.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Right through contact and
This is an all-star finish if ever I've seen one.
And that's one of the plays people are going to remember and talk about from this year's game for sure.
on its way from Curry for 2. The West again cannot hit. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry on the wing. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to LeBron. Sweet move. Strong inside. What a move by James.
Well, that time he got the defense off balance with the well-timed pump fake Nice work.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the West All-Stars. They lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. One half remaining in the NBA All-Star Game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Edwards is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's James. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Jokic into the pivot spot, manning the middle.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Mitchell. Jokic with a screen on Mitchell. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Here's Edwards. They get it back. Embiid. Good defense by Jokic.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Jokic kicks to James. Some nice passing here by the West. And Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist from Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 7 out for the West All-Stars. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Embiid in the corner. Giannis sets a screen for MP. MP showing the range.
And the All-Star MVP award, always such a prestigious honor. And it's becoming clear who that honor is going to be bestowed upon this year.
And with the game he's having, it's hard to envision anybody else winning.
Here's Giannis taking flight.
MP keeping his teammates engaged.
Here's James. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Embiid.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the line. You know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, and that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Irving. Sabonis' screen on Wagner. And the basket is good. Irving's got 5 now.
Love watching Irving do his work in there. Kyrie's so good and crafty in tight.
Barnes sets a screen for Edwards. From downtown. And it's Durant with the rebound. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's looking for Sabonis and finds him.
I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty cool.
Previous play is under review.
Officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replays here, and it's here.
And so it's the West All-Stars, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll return shortly. And we welcome you back. The biggest stars of the league are putting on a show here at the All-Star Game.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
Damian Lillard out there with MP. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's Franz Wagner. And it's Embiid in at the center position. That's the five out there for the East All-Stars. Jokic with the screen on MP. The shot by Curry, no good.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
MP against Curry. Got us a screen on Curry. And another miss by the East.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
One minute now into this fourth quarter. The drive by Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Well, you don't see bigs with Jokic's skill level very often. His athleticism, very average, but he still can throw it down if he has to.
MP, no good.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make it. Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
The East trail by 11. MP outside. MP responds with a three of his own.
Well, it's looking more and more like the MVP award is a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, he looks like he's got that thing locked up at this point. He's been phenomenal.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Donovan Mitchell. Timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And here's Edwards from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Edwards got 43 points.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line.
And such a physical player inside. LeBron doesn't fear contact on the way up.
He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 9. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for MP. A three-pointer off the mark. And Wembanyama with it. Picked up by Edwards. And stolen by MP. Oh, he jams it right over Wembanyama.
And these fans are getting treated to just some amazing aerial action in this game.
And that's the way it should be, right? I mean, it's All-Star Week. You don't lay it in, you punch it in.
Outside Edwards. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Three-pointer. MP, no good. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low, Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And that's good. MP for three. Edwards got 48. And that's an intentional foul.
Donovan Mitchell. Second personal foul. Anthony Edwards taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of two is good. That makes it a 7-point lead. And the East All-Stars call time here. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
So it's the West All-Stars picking up the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.